Alright, and we're live, ladies and germs. And tonight, here on June the 9th, 2025, we're going to be doing our review of the Chevrolet Detroit Sports Car Classic for the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship. So, ow! Watch the claws, cat. Butthead. So, without further ado, let's do an intro. This video is brought to you by Reaper Apparel Company. Stay tuned until after the video to learn how you can save 10% off of your order. Hey, what's happening, ladies and germs? This is the PackerMan, and welcome to tonight's edition of The Fuel. You notice that there's no logo. That's because there didn't seem to be one for the Chevrolet Detroit Sports Car Classic for the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship. Which is kind of dumb, but you know, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. But that's the race we're going to be reviewing today. Tomorrow I'll do the IndyCar review. But I've also decided to do something that I don't know why I decided to do it and try to stretch myself even thinner than I already am now with all the content that I've been doing between this channel and Isaac the Survivalist. But I'm going to go back through and retroactively review the other series that IMSA has, so all the lower tier series that they got. I'm going to do that. Probably should have done it at the beginning of the year, but you know, it is what it is. But it's fine because a lot of the races aren't that long anyways. Because a lot of them I think are only like 45 minutes. You know, I think it's really just the Michelin Pilot Challenge that has longer races. They just did the 4 hours of Mid-Ohio this past weekend. So, and I figured it'd be something to add a little more content to the channel and do that Monday through Friday for the next couple weeks. I don't know if we're going to have any retroactive reviews this week because I don't have any notes for any of the races yet, but I'm going to try to start getting them done hopefully this week, and then we'll be ready for next week. So, and that's without, of course, I also have to do some burnt rubber episodes. So yeah, busy this week. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into the race review. Another thing that I'm doing differently is I'm not going to do the separate screen with the results and shit anymore. I'm just going to pop them up here and bring the results music over to this screen. You know, so we won't have to do all that shit. But anyways, 2025 Chevrolet Detroit Sports Car Classic. Nick Yellowly in the number 93 MSR machine, that's Meyer-Shank Racing, wins overall pole. So it was GTP and GTD Pro for 100 minutes, an hour and 40 minutes. So lots of door-to-door contact on lap 1. The iHeart Radio machines and GTD Pro make contact battling for position. We had our first caution with 1 hour and 37 minutes left for a left rear tail light on the track from the number 4 Corvette after contact with another car damaged the left rear. Basically peeled it back like a soda can. Tandy gets by Van der Linde for third. Roxy, which is the AO Racing number 77, gets tagged by Jack Hawksworth and gets knocked into the tire barrier, and Hawksworth has to serve a penalty for avoidable contact. And then the number 81 Dragon Speed Ferrari was off in one of the runoff areas, but was able to get back running again. The number 65 Mustang comes in for service with 1 hour and 25 minutes left. The number 1 BMW misses the corner before the pit lane. That was a whoopsie. And then the number 93, which is the Meyer-Shank Racing machine, pits from the lead with 1 hour 7 minutes left for service. And they put Ringo van der Zande in the car. Felipe Nazier in the 7 comes out in front of the 93 on the pit stop exchange. So it's looking like, oh shit, here we go again with the Porsche Penske's. The number 10 makes their pit stop and comes out behind the 7, but ahead of the 93, putting them in the second position. Number 48 and 65 cars come together hard at the hairpin. You have our second caution with 36 minutes left for debris on the track. And the number 14 gets penalized for a second time for crew members over the wall too soon. That would be the Jack Hawksworth car. So Lauren Hyrick is back into Roxy, and he's under the 14 car for 5th once they go back green. The number 48 is penalized for avoidable contact with the 65. The number 3 Chevrolet is challenging the number 64 Mustang for the GTD Pro lead. Nasir, who is leading, actually gets pretty much bullied out of the way by the 10 and the 93, dropping all the way back to the 4th position, so completely off the podium. And his teammate in the 6 gets by him as well. So the 10, 93, and 6 all get by the 7 to move up onto the podium. The 77 and the 4 are door banging for 4th. And then the 93 starts closing in on the 10 car for the GTP lead with 7.5 minutes left. So it was really getting good at this point. And the leaders were closing in on GTD Pro traffic with 5 minutes remaining, including the Pro leaders. And then Regan Ranazanda makes the move and takes the lead going into turn 1 late in this race. Then Taylor tries coming back down the back stretch, trying to retake the lead, all among GTD Pro traffic. And at this point, both divisions had great battles for the win. The 65 Mustang was off in the runoff area. And then the Penske Porsches were battling for the 3rd spot on the podium. But then the 77 gets spun out on the last lap after contact with the 4, but kind of gets instant revenge on it, and because as the 77 was spinning around, it caught the 4, so, and the 4 ended up getting the worst of the deal on that one. And Ringer Ranazanda brings the number 93 Meyer-Shank Racing car home to take the victory in GTP and break the Penske streak. And then the number 64 Ford Mustang wins in GTD Pro. And I must say, that was a damn good race. So, let's move to the results. And of course my mother would call at this point. I'll call her back here in a minute. But area race results with the Acura Meyer-Shank Racing team on the podium. This is for GTP, by the way. Wayne Taylor Racing in 2nd, and the number 6 Porsche Penske Motorsport Machine in 3rd. The point standings for GTP. Porsche Penske is still basically running the show. They both basically run away from everybody else. But right now it's basically between the two Porsche Penske's as far as the point standings are concerned. In GTD Pro, their results, the number 65 Ford Multimatic Motorsports Mustang took the win in GTD Pro, with the Corvette Racing Machine by Pratt Miller Motorsports in 2nd, and the Pfaff Motorsports Machine, the Lamborghini, coming home in the 3rd spot to take the 3rd and final spot on the podium. And your point standings, the AO Racing Machine is still leading, but the number 3 Corvette is down to just 11 points back, as we are about halfway through the season. As for my final rating for this race, this was actually a damn good race, all things considered. Great battles for the win late in the race. So I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10 on the fuel gauge. Well, I'm going to go ahead and call it here because I got to call my mother back because I called her earlier. So thank you very much for watching this edition of The Fuel. Tomorrow we'll cover the IndyCar race from Detroit. So till then, this is the PackerMan signing out. See you later. Hey, what's happening, ladies and germs? This is the PackerMan letting you know that tonight's video was sponsored by Reaper Apparel Company. By clicking on the affiliate link down below in the description box, you'll be able to browse through many of their different wares, such as hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and other cool items. When you place an order and you go to checkout, be sure to type in the code PackerMan and you'll be able to save 10% off of your order. Reaper Apparel Company. Apparel to die for. Hey ladies and germs, just want to say thank you for watching tonight's video. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and also check out my other channels, Isaac the Survivalist and Our Honor Defend Archives, if you're a Buckeye fan. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.